everybody, welcome back. This is Cimm Quill with the Cimm play of Aviary Attorney. This is our second day. Well, actually our first day on the job. So it's time to go interview some peeps. I'm not going to read that. It's just doing that because I loaded it again. Alright, so now we're going to Baron Raro. Falcon Inspira enter the courtyard outside Chateau Crenier. People with gaunt clothes and dirty faces, no wait, the other way around, linger around the building's shadows.
Excusez-moi, messieurs. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving, see?
Oh, she's a cute little mousy mouse, I think. Gosh, that's creepy. See how she has a human hand and her little baby has a paw. Little paw.
Cough, cough. I don't suppose you'd happen to have some spare change?
I have 20 francs in my wallet. What will I does? I will give her 10 francs. There you go. Stay safe, madam.
Oh, wow. Bless you, messieurs. Bless you.
That was pretty generous of you, Falcon. Times are tough. Making sure a mother and child can make it through the last of winter is the least I can do. But what am I doing, standing here moralizing? Come on, Sparrowson, we've got business to attend to. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the pristine wood-paneled foyer of Chateau Crenier. Wow, look at this place. Baron Raro must be loaded. More than loaded. When it comes to lucrative investments, Baron Raro is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads, Park Place. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the sign. And more chocolate shops. Is he here right now? Yes, he's the smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse. I think I'll go trip on him.
Hey, Baron! We'd like a word.
How's that? Sparrowson, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog. You can thank me later. I think I got his attention. Did I hear my name? The great Baron Raro, property owner extraordinaire, at your service. And who might you fellow be? More investigators? No, we're attorneys. Not quite. I'm Private Attorney J.J. Falcon. And this is my associate, Sparrowson. Lawyers, eh? You know, you aren't the first fellows. No, you know you aren't the first to have passed through here today. Oh? Yes, this jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning. Asked a bunch of questions, then hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious. Do you know who he was, Sparrowson? Perhaps. I have a hunch. No, a hunch. We'll be seeing him at the trial. A friend of yours? Something like that. So, what may I do for you, messieurs? We're doing some research on Monsieur Grenouille, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening. Of course. Such a tragedy. He was a good friend and a loyal business partner. I suppose you, messieurs, will be wanting to see the crime scene. For yourselves? Actually, yes, that would be fantastic. Well, be my guest. You'll find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. That would be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the... I was right. Unfortunate incident. Oh, can we see the finished photograph?
I am afraid not. It is to my understanding that a photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It is a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time.
That's no good to us. The trial may be over by then. Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron.
No trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you are done with your investigations.
So, where shall we go first? To the garden. Dame Caterline said that she found the Monsieur Grenouille on the stairs by the fountain. So, this must be the very spot where the murder took place. Hey, Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing. Crime scene investigation thing? Yeah, you know, that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail. You mean search for evidence? Yeah, do that. That's not a bad suggestion. Wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest and Falcon will examine it in closer detail. When you have had enough, or when you can find nothing else to examine, click on the X in the upper corner. Dried blood on the staircase. This must be where Monsieur Grenouille died. Do you see any bloody footprints? Ooh, or maybe a name scrawled in blood written with the frog's last breath. And possibly a finger. And blood. Or a note that says, "I done it, copper." Wishful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate that the body was moved or that the frog left a last-minute clue. All I can make out from the bloody mess is that Monsieur Grenouille was attacked and killed on the staircase and had blood in him. So he wasn't a robot. Another beautifully made horse statue. You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep, eventually we realized that it was just filling up on horse nerves. Ah, terrible. The finely crafted horse statue. The mane almost looks lifelike. Would you say it behooves you to stroke it? No, I would not. This fountain is finely crafted. It's solid carved marble. That couldn't have been cheap. I see nothing but water in the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see it inside the upper basin from here. That would be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon. That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wait in to take a closer look, just to be sure. Yeah, I suppose we should. Oh, I apologize, I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrowson, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin. Me? No way. If you want to go wading, do it yourself. I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around a fountain like a duck in a lake. Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads all wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it. Flip for it. Yep, I'll flip this 1 franc coin. You call the outcome. Get it wrong, and you go for a swim. So, what'll it be? Heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles? Always gotta go for the tail. Plant squiggles. It's called a wreath, Sparrowson. Sure, I'll bet on the plant squiggles. Here I go. It's heads. Should have gone with the old Emperor Falcon. Ah, fine. Hold my shoes. Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Ah, you're back. You look so... Grr. Had a good swim? No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though. What is this? It's brown and sticky, and it smells weird. Don't tell me that you picked up a very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to Baron Raro. Correct. But that shouldn't be too surprising. It is his house, after all. I'll stash it in the evidence folder, just in case. Is there anything else we need to do here? Nope. I think we're done here. Good call. But are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time. Don't push your luck. What? Second floor, third door on the right. This must be where the room where the photograph was taken. Psst. Hey, Falcon, did you see that? See what? That housemaid totally just did something shifty. Shifty. I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it. Excuse me, mademoiselle.
Yes? Are you two policemen?
No, we're private attorneys. My name's J.J. Falcon. And I'm Sparrowson.
Oh, how rude of me. My name is Dave. No, it's not. My name is Caroline the Hout. So, what can I help you, messieurs, with today?
We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. That's better. What is it you wanted to ask?
She's so tall. And she has a little monkey brooch right on the front of her chest, in a very awkward position if she was human. Is this where the photograph was taken? We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room?
Oh yes, you're in the right place. I saw a photography session for myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon.
Monsieur Falcon? And where was the camera pointed?
Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location.
Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock. I know. The painting on it totally clashes with the decor. I was thinking along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands.
Oh, that clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think the Baron Raro just keeps it around as a conversation piece.
Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make note of it.
Is there something else you wanted to ask?
Is there something we should know? You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers. Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess?
No, I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama last week.
Okay, then. We completely understand, mademoiselle. If anything comes to mind, please don't hesitate to let us know.
I'll keep it in mind. Was there something else you wanted to ask?
No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help.
No problem, messieurs. Actually, there is something. I have to sneeze. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams, and, well, never mind, I'm rambling.
It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although, I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps?
Ah, you know about that. Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me.
That's one mystery solved, at least.
I would appreciate it if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind, and I would hate to break his trust.
Because stealing from him every day isn't breaking his trust at all. She must be a very good housemaid. I see. So, where to next, Big Bird?
Did you, messieurs, have a good look around? I trust everything was in order.
We had a good look. Thank you, Baron. But we actually have some questions for you.
Please, ask away. I have nothing to hide.
We met your housemaid, Caroline de Hout. She's a courteous young lady, isn't she? Yes. Yes, she was more than willing to help us with our investigation.
I'm glad to hear it. Did you two want to ask something else?
What happened on the night of the Moida? Baron Raro, I would like to ask you about your activities on the night of the murder.
Ooh, am I in trouble?
Not at all. No, nothing like that. We're just gathering the full picture.
I see. Well, let me think. My guests arrived at 5 o'clock, and we all sat down for dinner at this very hall at 6. That part went magnificently. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemaid discovered the crime scene soon after that.
I see.
Is there something else I can help you, messieurs, with?
No, that's it. We'll be leaving. I think that will be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time.
It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs.
Did you get all the information you needed, Falcon? I hope so. Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it. Terrible, just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest. And that will be the end of today's journey with the Aviary Attorneys. Thank you for joining me. Please check out my other videos. Like if you liked, share if you liked it even more. Comment. Let me know stuff. Like how to pronounce some of these things. Anyway, this has been Cimm, and I shall see you on Box.